Hi guys, I'm just making this little short video to tell you about SQ3R. SQ3R is a reading strategy that we use when we're reading things that are maybe expository text or texts that are nonfiction or fact, like your science book or your social studies book. You know, those textbooks that for some of us make us seem like it's just we're not reading for fun, we're reading to learn. And learning is a positive thing and can be fun if we do it the right way. The reading strategy that I'm going to talk about here is SQ3R. S for survey, Q for question, and then the three R's are read it, review it, and recite. So, what are we talking about? SQ3R. Here we're going to take a look right here. SQ3R is a reading method. Before we read, we're going to survey the chapter. It says right here. Surveying the chapter is going over the titles, going over the headings, anything like that, looking at pictures. If there's graphs, we look at graphs, and we just make an inventory in our brains of what we're going to be going about. We kind of make a quick summary survey. Then the next step we'll do is question. While we're surveying, we make questions. What's this mean? Why is this big hippo on this page? Are we talking about hippos or are we talking about ecosystems? What did my instructor say about this chapter or subject when it was assigned? Did your instructor give you any information that you need, or are they just making you read this for no reason, which that would never happen? What do I already know about this subject? It says, is the subject something you know about? Is it Civil War and you've studied the Civil War growing up with your parents? Things like that. Do you know a lot? And then after you do that, you read. And as you're reading, you look for answers to your questions. Maybe the instructor gave you questions to look for, or your teacher. You can look for answers to those questions. Answer the questions. Reread captions as you go, and just read everything from front to back. Whatever it has for you to read, you read. After you get done reading, you recite. Recite is orally ask yourself the question about what you've just read. You don't have to finish reading the whole chapter to start reciting. You can start reciting after a paragraph or after two paragraphs. You ask yourself, what did I just read? Instead of asking to make sure you're reading what's on the paper, or if you're understanding. If you're not understanding, maybe we need to go back and talk about it. Or maybe you're thinking about what's for lunch. Maybe you're hungry and you're not getting what's coming out of the chapters. So you recite or you summarize what you've read. And then after you recite that, my biggest one is the day after. You come back and you review. You go over your questions and you go over your answers. You reread some of the notes on the pages. Maybe if you've highlighted, you can go through and look at your highlights. You just make an inventory, a brain inventory about what you've read. And then this website you see right here, it comes with day 2. It has day 3s, day 4, and day 5, and the weekends. My most important thing for you to do is to go back over day 1, because studies have shown 24 hours after you've read it, you move it from short-term memory to long-term memory. You have to go over what you've read, or else you're just gonna lose it. So it's the difference between studying for the test, just cram studying, or keeping it in a memory. So maybe you can have a conversation about it later with other students or your parents or even your teacher when they ask. So there you go, you guys. That's the SQ3R. If you want to look at different things other than the SQ3R, go find another way to actively read your textbooks, to get yourself involved, and to make yourself an active learner. You guys have a great day.